Hey guys, I'm back again with another Jake's Metal Chat. This is episode 49, just looking on the StreamYard there. I will be getting my guest in a minute. Just thought I let you know where this is streaming from. Obviously YouTube, also Facebook and Twitch. I've had to mute a video on Twitch because I don't want it playing in the background. Did say in my update video there would be more streams like this. They are going to be more live now than just pre-record and whatnot. So, well, speaking of which, I'm going to actually share this around. And hang on, get rid of that. Yeah, but let people on. Well, it's streaming through Facebook, so people on Facebook will know what's going to be happening with this channel. Again, just if anyone actually did watch, if anyone did watch the live stream, obviously more CD, vinyl tape videos. We'll be talking about the upcoming EP by Avintel. The upcoming EP. So I'm just trying to sort something out here. Get distracted. There we go. Done. So once that's done, be talking about that on the channel. I played it last night on my Top Rock Radio show, which I'm hoping to get more people. There's 2 people watching. Brilliant. Hopefully that's from the Folk Metal Grove. Or that reminds me. As a group. Just going to do that. I'm not doing well here. Now, there we go. Let me go off tagging the man who I have in said stream. There we go. And that reminds me, I need to send him the link. There we go. Once he's got it, I'll let him in. And thanks for the 2 people actually watching. Cheers. Just Pepsi Max and I didn't drink too much yesterday, but I'm trying to cut back. Once he's here, I'm getting him in. I saw his band last year in Sheffield for HRH Vikings, which was absolutely brilliant. Their set was absolutely brilliant, and we're going to be talking about the band in a minute. Once he's got got the link. Sorry, not the request. What the hell am I on about? I'm not doing my top one. Oh yeah, new tattoo. I think I showed that already. There's a skull moon. I'm going to get this on covered from the top, and then this on covered from the top. Yep, download dog. I know. I like the dog. Just don't like the fucking festival. Ahoy! Hey, I think I know you. If you're on the folk metal group on Discord, then I might know you. But ahoy, anyway. I'm getting more viewers. This might be because of the folk metal guys. It's got the link, but yeah. Let me just remove myself from here a minute. Various other bands, and my guest is here, so I'm going to get him in. Here he is, Tiago Costa of Eoten and Firemage.
Yeah. Hey, Jake. Thank you so much for having me. I'm trying to get my camera up. There we go.
There we go. It's set.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. Man, it's good
Such
to
a
have
pleasure.
you on. Good to have you on.
Yeah. So, what's up? You're live already. So, hi, everyone.
Yeah, hi to the 3 people that are watching so far. We only got 1 comment from this person.
Oh, Bastion.
Yeah,
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I thought it was someone that you or both of us would know.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to Jake's Metal Chat. This is episode 49, so that makes him my 49th guest.
Whoa, 49.
Yeah, I've had
Nice.
a lot of people on this show. Well, channel now. I mean, it was just this show, but now it's my channel called Jake's Metal Chat. It makes sense.
Of course, because it's a metal chat and it's Jake hosting it.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, that guy Jake. Yeah, he's a bit of a troublemaker. A little bit.
But, you had like 48 people before me, and now you are stuck with me.
I know what's going on. I'm stuck with you. It's not good.
Talking about
this man now is not. I'm stuck with him. I'm joking. I love this guy. Anyway, this is what I like to ask all my guests.
Yeah.
Where did your music journey begin? And how did it get into metal?
Okay. That's kind of a long one, so I hope you are ready for that.
Yeah, I've had long ones on here before, so it's all good.
Very cool. So my music journey began in the womb, actually. Honestly, I'm not exaggerating, because my mom's a singer, and she was in a band. She started singing when she was like 16.
Oh, cool.
And she was in this touring band with my grandfather and my uncle and a bunch of other people, and it's Portuguese kind of traditional music.
Oh, yeah.
That we have in these little festivities that we have throughout the year, usually always honoring some saint. So they played quite a lot, because every little village has one. So basically, they toured a lot with that, and so I was born, and my mom had been singing while pregnant. Stopped for a little bit, and then I joined them on tour. I ended up sleeping in guitar cases and in a little crib made out from jack cables. So that was kind of my life when it began. But as I grew up, my mom started leaving me home, and eventually I asked her, to my everlasting shame, to quit, and she did quit. I was very, very small. I mean, I was like 5 or 6 years old. But basically, the music never left, even though she wasn't in that band, because my grandfather still sang. My mom still sang like all the time. My uncles can play drums, and another can play keyboards, and there was music all around. Eventually, my mom wanted me to learn how to play something. She wanted me to play the accordion, which at the time I wasn't really interested in. But if it was now, I would definitely learn the accordion. I mean, I love the accordion, but back then I didn't, because it wasn't cool,
It wasn't cool.
Yeah, and my dad actually kind of saved me back then, because he when I was almost turning 12 years old, and he asked me, well, why don't you learn how to play guitar? Be like Angus Young from AC/DC. And I'm, who's AC/DC and who's Angus Young? And he was like, okay, boy, I have a lot to show you. And yeah, he bought me a crappy acoustic guitar, of course. I started taking lessons with this dude in his house. He taught for a very short amount of time, because he was a wedding singer, and in 1998, people still got married, and he had a lot of job. I mean, a lot of work. I mean, because that wasn't his day job.
No,
it was just something he did on the weekends. But I think it actually paid a lot better than his day job. But anyhow, I ended up going to a music academy, learning how to play, classical guitar, which I wasn't very interested in. Um, the bottom line is that I learned how to play and sing at the same time with the wedding singer guy. And when I went to the music academy, that's what I wanted to do, and that's what they weren't, really teaching me. So I stuck there for 3 years. Then I left, and by the time I left, I was turning, 14, 15. Going onto high school, and then I was into very basic classic rock like Guns N' Roses and that was it. And then AC/DC, because AC/DC was my first CD ever. My dad bought me Stiff Upper Lip when it came out in 2000, and it kind of changed my world. And I wanted that. I wanted to be a part of that. And when I was in high school, I had this guy in my class who was a drummer, and I started talking with him, which is also a very long story that it doesn't really matter. But I started talking with him, and he had a rehearsal space in his house, and we made our very first band, super crappy band, but it was a lot of fun, and we played quite a bit, a couple of days a week, and it was basically just rock covers. And then I had to go to the hospital for a few days because I was getting nose surgery,
Right.
and my parents got me a Discman, and I had a bunch of CDs lying around, and that's kind of when I discovered metal. Because and I know this doesn't sound good, what I'm going to say, which is when I started listening to proper metal. It wasn't really proper metal because I discovered metal with Metallica's um, Reload.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got that.
I really liked Unforgiven too. That's a great song for me at the
It
time.
is a great song. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, if people have to understand that I was coming from a classic rock background, and I wasn't really feeling the other stuff, because that drummer guy who was my friend, he was super into Metallica. Like, wow. And around that time, that must have been like what, 2002. They released Saint Anger, and we all know how that went.
Oh yeah, of course.
But to be fair, quite a few drummers that I knew at the time were very impressed with Lars's snare drum sound.
Oh yeah. The
You're like, oh, this is so cool. And then the internet a few years later proved them wrong.
of
But
course.
yeah, then we actually joined with another guy in school, a guy named Jill. Like super guy. He was my best friend at the time, and we he was super into metal. He had like a cousin who would show him all sorts of extreme metal bands, and he started showing me stuff, and that was when I discovered Fintroll, which was very weird for me at first, because Fintroll was so extreme compared to the other stuff that I was used to. But the keyboard part and the folk part of it was super I know it was kind of hypnotizing for me. I had to keep listening to that, even though I wasn't a big fan of the more extreme stuff back then.
Mm.
So yeah, that was my first contact with metal. But if I had to pick a band that brought me to metal, which is the story that I forgot to tell, which was pretty funny actually, was Paradise Lost. And here's why. I had a bunch of friends in my street, and they all had older brothers, and their older brothers were friends with my uncle, the one who played the keyboard.
Yep.
And they would all hang out at our house because we lived with my grandparents at the time, and my uncle was still rather young, so he lived there as well. Big old Brady Bunch. But for some reason, a Metal Hammer poster of AC/DC showed up at our house, and they knew I really liked AC/DC, and they gave me the poster. So I had like a big, horizontal AC/DC Metal Hammer post from the early '90s, and I remember that for some reason I was, just chilling in my room, and I was looking around at all my posters, which was a poster of Slash was my guitar hero at the time, and AC/DC, and I had a bunch of others, and I thought, dude, I'm sick of these posters. I'm going to flip them and see what's on the other side. And in the back of my AC/DC poster was a picture of Paradise Lost. And I did not know that band, but I remember looking at those guys, and these were the early '90s. I mean, the poster, so everyone in Paradise Lost back then, looked like a proper metalhead. So everyone had long hair because they went through that phase where they cut their hair and all of that. But I was like, those guys are cool. I want to be like those guys. I at this time my hair was like, the length of my hair was like this, super short. Like, I want to be like those guys. And then I went to look for it, but this was the early 2000s in Portugal, so I did not have any money. I could not buy CDs. I wish I could, but I couldn't. So yeah, I took to the internet, but this was before YouTube.
Oh, way before.
So yeah, I had one of those peer-to-peer softwares where you download songs, not in a very legal way. And there was one song in there by Paradise Lost. It's an instrumental song called Angel Tears.
Oh yeah.
And I got that and listened to that, and it was just something else. It was way different than anything I had heard before. And for some reason, one day in the program, kind of showed up another song called Erased, which is, I think, the single, perhaps, to their album Symbol of Life.
I think so.
And it was an amazing song, and that got me hooked, And yeah, that's I was like, I want this. I want more of this. And I started, searching for some information on that and the genre and all of that. And yeah, that's how I got to metal. So I do apologize for the very long,
That's all right.
very long explanation, but
Like I said, I've had long answers like that before from other people I've had on there, guests. And let's look at some more comments. We got Anchor Smashed.
Oh, Anchor Smashed.
So here we go.
Is that like a pirate metal band
Yes.
with pirates, real pirates?
Obviously, pirates. And my band.
Oh, haven't they?
And it's,
I've,
well, Alex is the one who runs the page. He's the one who
actually,
runs the channel.
I have a little card
Yeah, you do, actually.
from that band.
Oh, my cards are there, but I can't bother to get them out. Unless I got one lying around somewhere, probably do. I got a ton of the black bastard things lying around. No. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I did. Never mind. But he says, and then says hi to Anchor Smashed and Bastion
Hey, Alex.
and this guy. Oh,
Cheers.
so we've had a bunch of people. And someone that I met on a different chat.
Oh, hey, Kenneth. I've interviewed Kenneth before.
Oh, you know Kenneth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, small world. small world. Well, yeah, because I told Alex about this chat, saying, "Oh, if you can share it around the folk metal grove, which is
Of course, the folk metal grove.
which
Cheers, people from the grove. Tis I.
Well, because Alex is on there. I'm pretty sure Bastion's part of it as well. I know some of them would be part of the folk metal Discord page as well, server, and hopefully some of them are watching this. If not, then this video will be up anyway. Not getting rid of it. What's next? So, you're well, because whole point getting you on here is also to talk about your bands as well.
Yeah, my bands.
Well, the two that I put on the little post that I made was Firemage. So let's start with Firemage.
Yeah.
So how did that band come about?
Okay, Firemage. It's kind of hard to how did Firemage form? It's like Firemage is one of those pet projects that we have that they have been forming in our heads for the longest time. I think it was something like that, but then you try and for some reason it doesn't happen, so you kind of put it in the back for a while. And I've been trying to do Firemage for a very long time, but I would say what made Firemage happen was a little gig that I attended in 2014. Because in 2014 I was kind of distant from the folk metal scene, I think, or the metal scene in general. I was playing with a blues rock band, which is something that I really liked, and I was playing with one of those bands. But I wanted to go see Sabaton. I really like Sabaton, and they were playing in my city in Porto. And it was like a Sunday, I think, and we kind of decided to go like last minute. Anna and Anna is the bass player in Firemage, and we decided to go, and the lineup was Toir, Korpiklani, and Sabaton.
Cool.
And I did not know Toir. I didn't. I honestly didn't. And their set was amazing. I was very impressed. How could a band play so well? They were amazing musicians. The songs were super catchy because you have a band that you've never listened to before. You have afterwards Korpiklani and Sabaton, which have like a ton of songs that are ridiculously catchy, But afterwards, I was singing in my head, by the sword in my hand, and I didn't, know the lyrics because I've never heard that song before. But it was that song in my head at the end of the show. I got to talk a little bit with Gunnar, the bass player, super nice guy. I took some pictures with him and the guys from Korpiklani, and also with Amon and Teddy, who were the other members in Toy. I did not got to meet Harry Johansson. That was only the year after that, but super nice guys. And long story short, afterwards, I was like, I want to do something like this. I really like the whole folk vibe. I miss it. I tried to do it before, I couldn't, and I wanted to go back and make it happen. So we put together our first attempt at Firemage, like a nameless project. I started writing some music, and there are some people with us at the beginning who are not in the band now.
Yeah.
But they helped shape the band. I had a drummer who refused to listen to, Guitar Pro MIDI sound because it's what I used to
Okay.
to write the songs, And he was like, "Oh, dude, I don't understand this. You need to record the song." And I've never recorded a song before, so I had to learn how to do it to show him, and made the first song, and then it was cool. It was a great experience listening to a song that I made like that, and then I did another, and then another, and I kept making music. That guy left. We got another drummer. We got a guitarist. That guitarist left. We got another one, and a keyboard player who's Ricky from Eoten.
Eoten.
Yeah. So we got those guys together.
This is great. Imagine being in a metal band and not liking Guitar Pro.
Exactly. Those were my thoughts at the time. I was like, first of all, how can you not appreciate this miracle of of computer programming?
Is so you can listen to how it sounds and then learn it as well.
Exactly. I have been using it for the longest
really,
time.
what's the problem?
Yeah, but I can only say that it was a very special person, and that was one of the reasons why he didn't, stay with us very long. But yeah, so those people they helped shape Firemage, and Firemage kept evolving and changing because when you are just writing music in your computer and you are first using Guitar Pro, and then you are using like a DAW, like Reaper, and you're just making music there, and it's just you. Everything is super easy to play and to make, but from the moment that you add other people, you do need to mine their the extent of their playing capabilities and what's real and what isn't, and that's what shapes a band, and that helped shape Firemage quite a bit because I'm a guitarist. Okay, I'm a singer and a guitarist. I don't know a lot or even enough how to play drums. So I would do like these 5-minute songs with continuous, double kick in 16th notes at 180 beats per minute. and that was ridiculously fast for the amount of time that it was required. So drummers started, kind of shying away from that. Like, this is too long. I can't do that. So I stopped doing that. I started doing different stuff, trying to achieve different things, and that's how we came to make our very first song, the Brewers, which came from a weird idea. We had just gotten, pulled over the car just outside the studio, and I don't know what we were talking about, but I was like, let's do a song about a recipe for a potion. It's a witch. She's throwing stuff into a cauldron, and the song will be that. And it was very, very fast. The process of writing the Brewers. It took us a week from coming up with a concept to having the song complete and recorded. It was just a week. It was bounced back and forth between me and Ricky, and afterwards, the rest of the guys gave us some input, and we changed a couple of things, and we got the song made, and then we started working on something a little different, which led us to The Grove, which is a song that I absolutely love. It's obviously influenced and inspired, and it's about the folk metal Grove, the Facebook group.
Of course. And Hail
Uh,
the Grove. Love that place.
yeah, yes, Hail the Grove. Yeah, I mean,
Hail the Grove.
I had that song uh, ready as an acoustic version for quite a bit, but then making it into an actual metal anthem was something else, and we managed to do something that I'm very proud of,
That's good.
and we put that song out. Then it was what we wanted to do is I create a precedent, because I didn't want to make just a song like the Brewers, and yet another and another and another, because it would get stale really quick,
Yeah, of course.
because the song is actually very graphic. I think when it comes to sound, you listen to that and it's like, oh, this is a uh, Halloween themed song. It's
Yeah, of
very
course.
creepy and all of that. And if you have four songs like that, it's too much, I think,
Yeah,
because everything will sound the same.
yeah.
And we wanted to do other stuff, and the Grove led us there. Then we did Krampus Night, which it was made in like 3 days. We wanted to have something for Christmas, and it's the whole thing is Ricky's idea. And then we released the Dance with a Fire, which is a more of a party song about mages getting together to drink. And now we are trying to finish a total of 8 songs. We want to have enough songs for an album, although we will not release an album right away. We want to get everything remixed and remastered
Of course.
by someone else, someone who's not me or the other guitarist. I mean, a professional, for better sound. I think those songs deserve that. Um, and we want to release everything as singles,
Mm.
and then we will compile the songs in an album, because I think that as a band like us, in a country that no one cares about, that has two folk metal bands. That's us and Gwydion, um, making music that no one's really expecting. I think that the best way to build a following and reach people, or else we would put an album together, release it, and then it would die down after a week or so, and people would forget us pretty quick, because it's very hard to come up with gigs in Portugal. Um, it has to do, I think, with the situation of the country, and the whole deal with if you are in like a tribute band, you can get a lot of gigs. If you are an originals band, you won't get pretty much anything. We have a lot of bands, a lot of great musicians, but the space to play, isn't really enough for everybody. So it's rather complicated. So we think that would be our best strategy, to put those out, create a little following, and then perhaps get some gigs going. Maybe go abroad like we did with Eoten. Be really cool to do that. Um, because to be honest, the people who listen to us aren't exactly people in our country. We have a lot more fans, abroad than we have in Portugal. At one point, we had more people listening to us in Kansas City than we did uh, have people listening to us in Portugal. So you can get an idea what that's like. So yeah, that's our whole concept. But everything is almost ready. We are finishing one song, and then it will be the just coming up with the last song that's nearly made. So that's the deal with Firemage. Now Eoten is something completely different, but
Eoten.
yeah, Eoten is different because it's not my brainchild.
No.
Um, it's not really just up to me. Like Firemage, everyone there helps, but it's always my goal. Yeah, I need to come up with a strategy and make a bunch of decisions and ask if people are on board with that, and you know come up with songs, and decide which songs we will play and which songs we will scratch, what needs changing, and all that. Ayrton is different. Everyone helps. Everyone works really hard,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and it's easier to do that. It's much easier. And we recently announced that we are releasing another single rather
Yeah,
soon.
I saw that.
Rather soon.
Soon, April.
Yeah, soon. Stay tuned. I hate that kind of stuff, but
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
but
Stay tuned for what? Another single. Ooh.
yeah, jeez. But we are releasing a new single in April, because we went the longest time without putting anything out,
Mm,
and I think that's harmful for a band, because we cannot tour. Okay,
yeah, of
we
course.
we obviously we met at HRH Vikings. You
Yeah,
were
of
there.
course. And I was going
So
to get into that as well.
yeah, you saw that. But we cannot tour because we are in different countries,
Of
and
course. Yeah.
we are not at that level. I do this professionally, but the other guys don't. And they have their jobs.
Yeah, the day jobs.
And it's important. They have their families, and you cannot just leave that and go onto the road and tour and play and make millions, because it doesn't work like that. So yeah, we need to be very mindful with the battles that we pick. Also, the other guys have other bands and other things going on, and we need to navigate what each person can do, which kind of tells us what is possible for Eoten or not. But it's easy, to work with those guys. The music flows. The whole thing in the band is great people.
Yeah, definitely.
Great musicians. They play super well. Each
Yeah,
one of them.
Yeah, and I want to get into Eoten, because how we all heard about this band was obviously the Folk Metal Grove, because obviously you put an advert on there saying, "Oh, film yourselves."
Oh yeah,
all the songs, and I got the CD here. Which one was it? The Golden Throne, which I appeared in.
Yeah, you did.
Bunch of others. And,
dude,
that was great.
Yeah.
How did Eoten come about anyway? Because you formed here in 2019, but you released singles throughout lockdown.
Yeah. Eoten came to be as a collaboration project in the Folk Metal Grove. That's why I owe so much to that group and to those people.
Makes a lot of sense.
It does. I owe so much to that group and to those people. It's ridiculous. But it wasn't the first collaboration that I did in the Grove, but it was the first that actually got something done. I remember seeing a post that Aaron, our guitarist, or Ronnie, if you look for him now. Back then, his screen name was Aaron, but we just call him Ronnie now. But I remember seeing that, and he was looking for a singer for a folk/power metal band, which I love. And I don't know. I was like, yeah, I can sing.
I can sing.
I'd like to try. It was cool because Aaron replied shortly, and at the time I had been rejected for another project, something a little bigger at the time, but I was rejected, so I was pretty bummed out, especially because they took forever to reply. But Aaron was super quick, and he was like, "Dude, yeah, I want to listen to you. Do you have anything that you can show me?" And I had a bunch of videos lying around, and I showed him. It was a cover that I did of. It was Duncan Hill's Coffee Jingle by Death Clock. Yeah, I did the cover. It's the very first song from the first episode.
Of course.
I had a vocal and a guitar cover, so I'm singing and playing guitar and playing the guitar solo. So I have that, and I sent him another cover that I had, which was a piano version of the song "Superheroes" by Ed Guy.
Oh, of course.
And he really liked that, and was like, "Okay, dude, I really like the way you are singing, and I'd like you to be our singer if you are interested." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And we start, doing stuff. At first, I was very expectant. Aaron was taking care of everything else. and I was just waiting for stuff to appear. There were a lot of interested people at the time. Few people stayed. Jesse was also one of the first ones. Jesse, our bass player. Um, he was also one of the first ones. So Jesse was there. Aaron was there. We had a drummer. There's an amazing drummer, Tom Warner. I think he did session for Hailstorm. But then his life got super complicated. He was super busy and he couldn't play with us anymore. So we kind of stuck without drummer.
Of course.
And we had other people. I'm sorry if I should remember everyone's names, but I don't really remember everyone.
Like, who are you again?
But I remember that there was some people who left.
Yeah, of course.
And then Nick joined.
Nick, of course.
And there was some talk about getting a keyboard player because we had someone else playing another instrument and they left. And I was like, dude, I know this guy who's an amazing keyboard player. He can write, orchestral parts and all of that. Like it's nothing. So I think he would be a great fit for Eoten. So that's how I contacted Ricky. I asked him, dude, do you want to be? Because Ricky was in another band with me. Another band that never saw the light of day. I was like, Ricky, do you want to be in this band online thing with people from other countries?
Yeah, basically the UK and Ireland.
Yeah.
And Portugal, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, he was like, yeah, sure. So we all talked and was like, okay, let's do some stuff. But you know how internet things go. It's hard enough to make a band when people are together. When you are doing stuff in the internet, people get overwhelmed with life and they forget. So everyone was going through something. I had to move in 2019. It was a nightmare of a year for me. So, and because of my move, I lost like half of my students because I'm a guitar instructor and a vocal coach. And even though nowadays I work in the internet, I hadn't got hired by the Vandera Vocal Academy, which is an online school that I work for. So all the students that I had went to my house and I had to relocate, and it was to a place where at least half of those students couldn't go. So I was going through, all sorts of stress and anxiety and just existential dread because I had to move and I lost, half of my ability to pay rent. So Eoten kind of, was left in the back burner. And then at the end of the year, everything kind of happened at the same time. I mean, another Portuguese band that I'm in, it doesn't, really matter for most of the people watching this because it's a Portuguese band that sings in Portuguese, but it's Portugal's first ever heavy metal band, founded in 1979, which is rather late, but we had a dictatorship that did not allow for that sort of music. So, so those guys asked me to join because I was a student of one of their guitarists. So I joined that. I got asked to be an admin in the Folk Metal Grove, and I got hired by the Vandera Vocal Academy. to be a full-time teacher there. So my life kind of changed a lot. And as things were picking up, COVID hit.
Yes,
And,
that bastard.
yeah. But the sad thing is, and I say this is sad saying this, but it was the best thing that could have happened to me at the time.
Of course.
Because people had to stay home, and Eoten got to happen as a band. And I got a message from Aaron, and he was like, "Dude, I need you to finish one of the songs," and it was Kingdom of Immortals, the first one.
Yep.
He was like, "I need you to finish. When can you have the lyrics, recorded? No, the vocals, sorry, recorded." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know. When do you need them by?" He was like, "Whenever you can." And I remember telling him, "Okay, that's not a good way to work. You tell me a deadline,
Yeah,
please." And it was like, you need like a month or something. And I remember telling him, "No, dude, I need 2 weeks, and I will have things recorded by the end of week one. But it's just so if anything happens that I don't, then I have another week to spare to do that." And I did. I by the end of week one, I recorded that. I recorded a ton of choir work. Anna recorded one little line at the end of in the middle of the song, which is the "Into the Endless Embrace of the Dark." It's her voice there. And out of the blue, we had one song made. It was my first release ever. I had been playing guitar and singing for 22 years without ever releasing anything, and we released that. And it was something special, I think. Because, the thing about Eoten is that the way stuff happened for us was fast and strange. It's all I can say.
Yeah, just
because
single after single.
People really liked Kingdom of Immortals.
Yeah.
And Kingdom of Immortals opens with a fight for a Kingdom of Stone. And for some reason, people started, tagging us and writing that. And they would comment that on the video, and they would send us messages talking about the fight for the Kingdom of Stone, because we weren't, really into, or we didn't really decide on talking about it so much.
No.
It was the fans who made that happen. People were like, "Oh, the fight for the Kingdom of Stone this, and the fight for the Kingdom of Stone that." It was like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
People
it's just saying that, it's just it's just commenting that same line over and over again, and it leads into something else.
Yeah, so we had that in our posts, and it became a recurring joke at first. I remember us posting a comic that a comic strip that Ricky made, that it was him and Jesse sitting down, and me with my lame jokes. So I'm like knock knock, and they're like, "Who's there?" I'm like, "Ah." They're like, "A what?" And I'm like, "A fight for a Kingdom of Stone." And that kind of fueled people to say it even more, and that ended up in our shirts.
Of course.
When we decided to get some merch going.
Yeah, mine's in my drawer.
Yeah. And then when we got to song number 3, I don't know how Aaron did it, but he got Elliot to from Hailstorm, Elliot Vernon from Hailstorm, to record the song with us. And they actually became friends because Aaron plays in Elliot's band, one of his other projects. Yeah, so he plays with them. So it was something else. And Lasse Lemmer, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Sorry if he watches this, but he's a guy who also produced Hailstorm, Gloryhammer, I think, too. And it was something else, listening to our songs with that level of production. It was something special. And that actually got the attention of a lot of people. And the invite to play HRH Vikings came through that, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not the one to handle that.
That was one awesome set. I need to say that now before I forget. Because it was me, Alex, who's in Appentel with me, and then there was a bunch of other people from the Grove there, and obviously when it got to one song in the CD, which I'll show in a minute, "Die by the Sword," everyone just started singing the chorus, which I was like, what? Because we heard these songs over lockdown, and then leading up to your appearance, your debut show, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and after song number 3, which was Eoten, the one with Elliot, they were like, okay, let's ask people to be in our video. And at first, I don't know, I didn't really think it could happen. It's like, okay, who would want to be in a video with us? Because we're nobody. But people, wanted to be in Golden Throne.
Golden Throne.
And then it was such a great song, and a great experience. Hails.
And also, we got our friends from the Cursed Years.
Hey guys,
who also played the same festival.
Yeah, they did. It was wonderful meeting everyone. Yeah. But as I was saying,
sorry, continue.
I didn't think we could top the Golden Throne, and we got Die by the Sword made. It was super catchy. But I have to come clean and say that I did not expect that sort of reaction by the audience. No. Never in a million years.
You just got so many people singing that chorus, causing a mosh pit, banging their heads, and just screaming at the top of their lungs and everything. It was epic. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's hard for me to even talk about that today because it's complicated. We're talking about a band that met in that week.
You literally met that week.
Yeah, we met on Wednesday.
Had 2 rehearsals, I think. Was it 2 rehearsals?
3 actually.
3 rehearsals.
I think. Yeah, because we got
rehearsals. You had 2 rehearsals.
From Saturday to Sunday. So we actually rehearsed in Saturday, but we went not knowing what to expect, and I'm talking about Ricky and I, because we are flying out of Portugal, because we don't have a metal scene like the UK does. We have a lot of bands, we have fans, but it's different. It's the type of metal scene that a small country has. So we didn't really know what to expect and what would happen. But we went. It was, okay, let's do this. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. meeting the guys because we talked together for so long and made music. And actually, we flew up to Manchester Airport, and Nick picked us up. Then we got lunch, and we went to get tested for COVID because that was another nightmare.
Yeah, of course.
Get to the UK because we bought the COVID tests because when you travel to the UK or in December, you don't buy your COVID tests when you get to the UK. No, you need to buy them before, and it gives you a little code so you can put in the form that allows you to travel.
Right.
But we had our tests purchased, but we bought them on the Friday before, but the rules to travel to the UK changed, I think, on the Saturday, and we had to do antigen tests, but those weren't already being accepted, so we had to change for PCR. But the lab whose tests we had purchased had super expensive ones. So even if we gave back our antigen test, it was still more expensive than just getting the tests at Manchester Airport. But yeah, so it was super hard, and the people in the airport in Portugal were like treating us like criminals for wanting to travel. It was ridiculous. It was
ridiculous, man.
I don't I don't have words for that, but I don't know. We finally got to the UK.
Got to the UK. You played an epic show.
Yeah, and we got there, and so Nick picked us up. We drove from Manchester to Sheffield. It's a beautiful city. I love it. I love the whole countryside, the northern countryside.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
It was cold as hell, and I know it's probably
it was
normal for you. Yeah, but I'm from the Europe's beach, so our cold is like your cold. It's it's not as cold.
No, but
it's very, very, very cold. For my southern height to withstand. But
yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, because Sheffield's up north. That's Yorkshire, so
yeah.
It's a lot colder than it is here in Bristol.
Yeah. So we got there. We met a bunch of people because we stayed at a B&B with a few other people. We got a rehearsal space at the studio, like a warehouse with a lot of rehearsal spaces. And then we met Scott, which was the drummer who played with us.
Yeah, I know Scott.
A monster drummer.
Oh yeah,
Scott is freaking amazing. I'm still impressed with his drumming to this day. But the thing is, we only rehearsed all together. I mean, all of us on Saturday because Aaron couldn't make it before, so we rehearsed together on Saturday. And actually, for some reason, we had an issue with our communication, and Scott hadn't learned Die by the Sword because that wasn't on his list. So we learned that song last minute because we weren't supposed to play Die by the Sword.
Well, you ended up playing it.
and we decided to play that song. It was like, okay, let's see if we can pull it off. And thank the gods we did.
Yeah, it worked. It happened. It went down really well.
Yeah, and I had to do something because our set flew so fast.
Yeah, it just went.
Yeah, we finished
Like the fuck.
almost 15 minutes before we should.
Yeah, you finished quite early.
Yeah, because we prepared that set. We didn't prepare for a longer set because we couldn't have time for it. And I remember Nick telling me, "Dude, you have nothing but time. Stall for a little bit." And I decided to teach everyone how to sing "Die by the Sword."
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that was good.
but you know, looking up from the stage to the audience, I never had an audience like that in my life. Such an amazing audience. You didn't have, you know, those people who go to festivals and are like this, you know, with their arms crossed, just
Yeah,
kind
just
of
like,
looking at the band as if they have something better to do, and they're like, okay, I have to suffer through this. Not one
no,
person
just
looked
suffer.
like
Look, you
that.
can walk out. If it's such a massive inconvenience for them, they can just walk out.
Yeah, yeah. And no one was like that. And I
No,
was looking from up there, and people knew the verses
yeah,
of some of our songs. The verses. It's not the choruses, the verses. I was impressed throughout the whole show. I was like, why are these people so great? Why is this going so well? Why are they liking this so much?
because we fucking love it.
Yeah. I don't know. Afterwards, I remember telling everyone in the backstage, and I told that to everyone when I got to Portugal, because everyone was like, "So, how was it?" And I told everyone, I don't want to play for anyone else. Just want to go back and play more for those people because they're the best. And,
Oh yeah, with
and
us, you're gonna get that instant pop.
yeah, and I wanted more. I wanted more of
You want
that.
more?
Yeah.
Come, yeah. Look, let's bring Eoten back, people. They
Yes.
deserve to come back because they're a fucking great band.
I want to go back so bad. It's
And also, buy their CD.
yeah. You know what's funny though? I don't have
Press on
that.
somebody.
I don't have that.
You don't have it, but yeah,
I
I
don't
have it
have it.
with a CD,
Yeah,
and that's the CD. It's nice and white.
because when we traveled back, all the CDs stayed in the UK.
Okay.
So because usually we ship all our merchandise from Portugal, but the CDs were made in the UK, so they stay there.
Oh, they just stayed there. Okay.
But yeah, actually, we put out our battle chest on, no, not battle chest, the loot box. I'm thinking about battle chest because of World of Warcraft. Sorry, or loot
Sorry,
box
I don't play World
because
of Warcraft. Alex does.
yeah. So because Epic Games bought Bandcamp,
Oh yeah.
so I thought it was a clever thing to do the Eoten loot box that features one shirt, one CD, and two patches, which is pretty much everything we have available to sell.
So there you go.
So you guys can go there and get it
Yeah, the
because it will
Bandcamp
definitely
somewhere.
help us.
There it is, Bandcamp,
Yeah,
and
it will.
also the various other social medias: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that.
Yeah,
Which every band seems to have now. Avantel has a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, got a YouTube channel,
yeah. But
and a
it's hard,
Bandcamp.
isn't it? It's hard to keep up with everything at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until the EP's actually on Bandcamp, so it's like, right, I can link this to some people that I know that do radio shows. So just link it to them.
Yeah.
And then I'll play it as well because it's my band. And I played you on my radio show as well. So.
Oh, thank you.
Because I said, just send me a song. And it's like Golden Throne, and then the Firemage song, which I'm trying to remember which one it was now. But I did play Firemage.
Oh, thank you. No, dude, this is freaking great. I mean, the community that forms around folk metal bands is something special. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Meeting you guys and all the guys in the Discord, in the We Folk Metal crew, that helped us so much, because for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, we have this Discord, the private thing for some bands, and it's like a collaboration, and we help each other when it comes to release and to planning, to music, to marketing, to everything. It's something really nice to see this sort of camaraderie between bands, and it helps getting a different perspective from other people and how they see what you are doing, because you are inside what you are doing.
Thank you so much. Some about there's D&D in there. Obviously, we mentioned D&D.
Yeah. Well, truly, it does. I mean, if you look at Firemage, it's like it's a costume thing. Yeah. We dress in costumes. We could use that for D&D. So
there's nothing wrong with that. Dressing up.
I really love the whole folky vibe, the fantasy theme, the medieval stuff. I'm very big in that, and it's special to have something that I like that can happen in the music that I make.
Of course.
And when you think about the whole the whole shtick of the warriors and brotherhood and all of that, it brings people together, and it does feel that that happens a lot in folk metal.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
We are very blessed, I think, to have the folk metal growth, which is such a wonderful community with so many people there.
It is a great community because you always put posts up saying, "How's your week been? How was your week?" and everything. And a lot of people comment saying, "Oh, it was okay," or "Oh, it was pretty shit." Usually, me and Alex we're usually saying the same sort of things, but I might have to reword mine because he's already been on.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh yeah, Aventel's EP." Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, it's cool because I feel like I'm checking in on friends, because I am checking in on friends.
Yeah, and, it was great meeting you at HRH. I literally spotted you from the balcony where I was. I was like, "Oh, there's Tiago."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because I was the guy with long hair wearing black.
Long hair.
In a metal festival.
Oh, I'm looking for a friend. He's got long hair. He's wearing a lot of black. Mate, everybody can everyone's got long hair and wearing a lot of black. Be more specific. He's in a band. I think most of these guys are playing in bands here. Come on. Yeah. Unless you wear a bloody pink tutu, then someone will spot you straight away.
Yeah, but I remember when you guys got to us, and it was like, dude, we spot you from the balcony, and at first I was a little shaken because I was still, taking in everything that I was seeing and being there.
Yeah, because there's a big building.
Yeah, and I was meeting a lot of people that I know from the internet. And when you guys came over, and I'm like, look, Jake and Alex.
It's like I was like Tiago, and I'm embraced, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if that's normal for you guys, but we are Portuguese, so we hug a lot.
Yeah, I'm more of a hugger than shaking hands or something.
Yeah, we hug a lot, and that's our whole thing. We are super jolly, like all the time.
Yeah, I like to give hugs, not just. Someone's like, oh yeah, shake your hands. Like, yeah, that's like I'm like this thinking in my head. This is too mature and formal. Let's stop it.
Yeah, I hugged so many people. I just hope I did not offend anyone who might not have seen it coming.
I don't think you did. And of course, this is the business card. I think Alex gave you, or I gave you. I can't remember who gave you one.
Yeah. I remember him handing out cards.
Alex.
Yeah, handing out cards like everyone, even the people in the bands that were playing. That was super cool. And it's a wonderful way to
listen to our band, even though we had absolutely nothing until now, because we released our single for our upcoming EP, and then we played our first show early this month. It's like, what's happened?
Oops.
Uh-oh. All right, Tiago's gone again. he'll be back, but well, thank you for those who have commented so far. It's been great, and the 4 likes I got on Facebook, I will see those after. After this one, he does come back on. Hopefully, the link still works, and my laptop seems to be overheating for some stupid bastard reason because I got this on. I'd like to say hello again to the guys from the Cursed Years. I hope you're still on. And the guys from Anchor Smash, I know which two you guys are now because we saw you in the Dove and Rainbow, me and Alex. And Alex, are you still here? And I think Tiago's back on. There he is.
I fell for a minute there.
That's also just a piece, Tiago.
Yeah.
He's back. He's back.
Yeah, the man is back.
He's not gone yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. If anyone says he is, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
We're not an idiot. You're just a bit. Oh, I'll be a bit. Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Dude. I don't know. Every time I think about what HRH Vikings was.
Just a lot of.
I don't know.
Craziness.
It was because at first it was super stressful,
Yeah,
because we got moved to another stage.
Yeah, the one
another day.
Yeah.
And at first, I have to say I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, of course.
A little angry even.
Yeah, because I think you're supposed to play the main stage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah, on the Saturday. That's what was supposed to happen. But then they swapped you from Saturday main stage to Sunday second stage.
Yeah, and I tell you, they did not tell us. They forgot to tell us.
You're like, oh, sorry, yeah, we forgot to tell you. You're doing that.
It was a friend who told me, a Portuguese guy called João. He has a blog, a metal blog, and I was talking to him because he was supposed to go because he wanted to see Gwydion there.
Yeah.
Because Gwydion were also supposed to go. He told me, so you guys are playing Sunday? And I'm like, no, we are playing Saturday. No, you are playing Sunday. on the secondary stage. I'm like, no, we are playing Saturday main stage. We are opening the main stage.
That was the plan.
That was the plan, and I'm glad we bought plane tickets for Monday, because we could have bought plane tickets for Sunday. It meant that we would never play the show.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So we were still bracing ourselves to the eventuality that the festival could be canceled. Because earlier that week, I had a conversation with Miguel from Gwydion, and he told me that they weren't going, and he also talked with another band from Latvia. I forget the name. Skyforger, and they also weren't going. So I was thinking, dude, if Korpiklani jumps out, they are canceling the festival.
Yeah.
And Korpiklani jumped out.
Yeah, they were just gone, just like that.
Because the last minute change of the rules for travel meant that you had to stay under quarantine until you got the test back, the test result. And the test can go up to 48 hours of wait. And a lot of bands were flying in the day that they had to play. So that wasn't an option. You know, fly there and sit in your hotel waiting for the result of a PCR test. So that wasn't really happening. So that's why so many people pulled out at the last minute, was that last minute change of the rules. Because it sent everyone, you know, in a spiral of confusion, because people didn't really know what they could do.
Yeah.
The thing that worked for us was that we traveled on Wednesday because we wanted to get some rehearsals in before.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because on Wednesday we had to stay home at the hotel on quarantine. And actually, we got the results around midnight by email. So the day before, the day after, on Thursday, we could go out, check a little bit of the city, and then we went to rehearsal. So that was what worked for us, because if we were traveling last minute, like most of the bands were, we would have to cancel as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a tough blow.
It would have sucked.
Yeah, and also it's you know, to travel during COVID, it's ridiculously expensive. Not just the tickets, the testing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was something quite harsh.
Yeah.
You know, the prices of things, because you need to buy tests to go, you need to buy tests to return. The rules are different everywhere. We had to buy double the tests because the rules to travel to the UK changed after we bought the tests, and then while we were in the UK, the rules to travel to Portugal also changed.
Fuck's sake.
So I don't know, and we managed to go through the whole ordeal without catching COVID, which would have sucked.
Oh, that would have sucked.
Because we couldn't return home, and that would be bad for us, I think. But I don't know. Now the festival itself was a different experience than anything I've ever um, witnessed before. The way people look at the festival, the way they act, um, it's different. It's not something I think that of the sorts that we have here in Portugal. It's different. It's a lot more serious here, I think. I mean, the audience is amazing if they have foreign bands, or if you are Moonspell. But for everyone else, you get a lot of these.
Like you're a massive inconvenience or something.
Yeah, you get a lot of those, which is sad. But the good news is, if you are coming in to play Portugal and you are not from Portugal, people are gonna love you.
Okay.
It's a thing that I think happens in tiny countries like us. But actually, you are getting a treat. This isn't something that I can really say in Portuguese interviews, but it is a reality for Portuguese band. But the thing is, it was something different. The whole vibe that you had there, and it was wonderful. Seeing everyone with battle paint, people full attire, from the person with the silly horned Viking hat, made from wool, to
not a good idea.
To the person with the most historically accurate Viking attire.
Yeah.
Because you also had those, and it was amazing seeing that, because people were there for one purpose alone, and I respect the hell out of that, which was to have a good time.
That's the whole point of that, is to have a good time.
And people had a good time, and I had the time of my life.
And I'm happy you had the time of your life. And obviously, like I say, me, Alex, the two guys from Anchor Smash, which are friends of his, we were at the front literally just headbanging, singing the fucking chorus parts. I was wearing my Folk Metal Grove shirt because I thought, I'm going to wear that.
Something super funny happened during the show, which was at one point, I had like this. It was like a jacket, but I removed the sleeves because the sleeves come off.
Yeah.
And at one point, I took off the jacket, and for some reason, I thought I was wearing my Eoten shirt that says "I fight for the kingdom of stone" in the back. And I removed that, and I had my back to the audience for a little bit, because I wanted to let people read that. But then when I turned around and went to the microphone, I realized that I wasn't wearing that shirt.
You wouldn't.
And I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do this or something like that. Because it didn't really say anything in my bag out to. But just think so many people, and I got to meet the guys from Accursed Tears. They were playing afterwards. Super nice. The people from Atork as well. Catherine was there. She was super nice with us. And I met Mike from Vanaheim. I know him from the Folk Metal Grove. I'm supposed to interview them, but since I moved a couple of weeks ago, and I'm getting surgery on Thursday. My mind has been somewhere else.
Yeah, this is why we're doing this now, because there's surgery that day. So that's why we're doing this now.
And that's going to be a lot of fun, because I haven't really told this openly to anyone, but that will affect my voice and my ability to sing.
Oof.
Yeah, so I'm actually hoping it will improve, but there will be a change.
There'll be a change to it, but let's hope it's an improve. Let's hope it improves it.
Yeah, and it will change my face, because it's a big operation. They're going to widen my upper jaw, and they're also going to fix my lower jaw, because my teeth don't really clench, which makes it very complicated for me to place when I'm singing. I need to be super mindful of that all the time, and the lack of space makes it super hard, especially when I have some higher notes. And it's very complicated to do that. The dental bracers are obviously a hindrance, although they do make me metal, because I have metal in my mouth. So
he's so metal is in his mouth.
But it's super complicated. But hopefully everything will go smoothly.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Let's give Tiago some love and love in the chat. His surgery on Thursday.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, because I won't be able to eat for 1 month. Solid. Solid, just liquid stuff.
Well, you'd be having something it's liquid, but then still you want to eat something solid, but then you're like, I can't do this.
I can't do that.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to still have my mouth full of metal, but it will be around a lot of screws and little plates.
You just be even more metal then.
Even more metal. I'm going like full Terminator. So next time I'm going through a security check at the airport, they're going to be like nothing, like.
So what's going on here? I have metal in my mouth.
Yeah,
so metal.
Yeah.
Goddamn metal.
It's but I haven't really started getting anxious about it. The only thing that pisses me off is that I have to stay the weekend at the hospital. I don't want to do that at all.
That's a great weekend for you, just lying around the hospital bed.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You always have a lot of stuff to do in hospitals. So I'm thinking about taking my laptop along and just working on stuff on Guitar Pro.
That's a good idea. And obviously, Guitar Pro, apparently, where's that comment again? There we go. Imagine being in a metal band and not liking Guitar Pro.
Yeah.
So if anyone's in a metal band and doesn't like Guitar Pro, seriously, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a lifesaver, because it will give me something to do.
And it'll keep your mind occupied.
Yeah. It's especially now, because of COVID, you don't get a lot of visitation still. So you just need to hang in there. And even if people go to see me, I don't think that I can talk a lot, because at least in the first day or first couple of days, I'm going to have like rubber bands pushing both jaws together.
Okay.
So Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun at the hospital.
Yeah,
It's
you just
gonna
go
be
like this.
really cool, especially if there's any grindcore band watching this,
Any
perhaps
grindcore bands there?
in the comment section if you want to come over and shoot your video while
Well, his jaws are literally going to be rubber band shut.
come over.
You want some like vocals, then just get him this.
And you know what? I do have a gig in like in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, let's hope.
Because,
It's all right by then.
luckily, I will only be playing guitar.
Awesome.
So
Don't strain your voice or anything.
yeah, because I don't think I'll be able to open my mouth a lot.
No.
So yeah, but I still don't know what recovering from this will be, and how it will change my voice.
Let's hope that it's good news.
Yeah, because there might be changes in the vocal lines of the bands I'm in, and I'm hoping that if my voice changes, it is for the better.
Yeah.
Not for I'm what people would call a baritone.
Yeah.
I don't really go by those designations because I work the voice a little differently. I can sing high notes and super high notes, but my comfortable area would be that of a baritone.
Yeah, I'm more low than
Yeah.
high, so be around there.
If it drops from there, it's gonna be a little complicated because we do have songs in Eoten and in Firemage that need a couple of high notes, especially Eoten.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of high notes in Eoten.
Golden Throne is a complicated song to sing.
Oh yeah, Golden Throne, yeah.
And but I'm hoping for the best at this time.
Yeah, that's just if anyone's still watching this video and is going to please comment in the chat for this video. Give Tiago some love, for fuck's sake. Give him love. He's not going to be able to talk for a while.
For a while, yeah. I'm going to type a lot, I think.
He'll be typing a lot, but he won't be talking. He'll be talking, but in type.
Yeah. It's. I just want this to be over with. It's been a very long treatment, and it affected my work in some bands because they keep postponing this, and I keep postponing stuff to make time for the recovery.
Hell in the Grove, hell Tiago.
Cheers, Adam. Thank you.
Thanks, Adam, for showing the love, spreading it, sharing it, spreading it. Fucking hell. Can't even talk. Can't even get any words out right now.
Yeah. And also, my beard is gonna go.
Oh, not the beard.
Yeah.
Not the beard.
It's gonna go.
Beard. I haven't shaved in such a long time.
I had to a couple of times because every time they need to take pictures, take measurements, stuff like that, I have to shave the beard because I used to have like a long beard.
Oh.
But I can't have that.
It's kind of long
until the thing is done. But on the other hand, my voice is like my hair. So my beard is like my hair. Sorry. At this point,
okay.
I'm just all over the place.
Good. Nothing goes right on these chats anyway, so it's fine.
So yeah, my beard is like my hair. So it's kind of like Santa.
Oh yeah, Sap like he's
And
like Samson who hair gave him strength apparently, but for
yeah, but
you your beard is like for your singing voice. Once that's gone, is like
yeah, it's like you don't even know what to do with your chin.
yeah,
It's like
can't really see my chin anymore. I've never seen my chin in a long time.
it's weird.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna it's gonna be some rough times, but it will help me get in shape
oh, definitely.
because COVID was a very hard time, to try and keep in shape. I did get in a lot better shape to pull off a good show with Eoten.
Mm.
I went to the gym and shed quite a few pounds. Um, and I was feeling pretty good because when you are in a band that needs that energy, especially if you are the singer,
Mm.
being in shape helps a lot
Of course, yeah, definitely.
because it's very demanding, the muscles that you need to use, the way you need to breathe,
Diaphragm.
and you use a lot of muscle there. So if you're in shape, you are going to get tired very quickly. And when you get tired, you start using muscles that you shouldn't,
Mm.
and you start using the neck muscles and
You start
strain.
using your throat more than your diaphragm.
And you're gonna have a bad time if you do that.
Oh yeah.
So I've been working on that as well. Uh, and I don't know. It's important. I have a friend who's a singer here in Portugal. He sings for tribute bands, and he's always the first to say um, this saying that we have in Portugal that translates to English like the eyes also eat,
The eyes also eat. Wow.
or you also eat with the eyes, something like that.
Something like that.
Which is, if you are doing something that like if you're doing music and the music is great, and you are putting yourself in there and you are presenting it to someone else, it needs to look good, which also means that you need to look good yourself, because that's the first thing that people will notice
Mm.
is you, and then they will listen to your music. Very often you need to convince people to take the time to listen to your music through your image.
Absolutely.
Back I always tell my students, those who have bands, this, and not all bands do this, and it's okay. I'm not bad mouthing any bands, but not all bands do this. I always tell them, look, if you go to a show and the fans are putting more effort in their own presentation than the band, I'd say that there's something wrong there,
Mm.
because it needs to be the other way around. The
Yeah.
fans are buying the ticket. It's not you who's buying the ticket to see the fans. So you do need to try and look your best. And especially if you are in a better shape, you will play a better show.
Yeah, of course.
Breathe better. Everything will go smoothly, and even your whole vibe will be a lot more healthy. And that was what I was going for, because I put on a lot of weight during COVID. Because
That's what I just did.
I lived in an apartment, and I didn't even have one balcony. I could not go out like ever, and I watched a lot of Netflix.
Oh, I did that as well.
And I ate a lot of crap.
Yeah, did that as well. Drank a lot of beer, which probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah,
Actually, it wasn't a good idea anyway.
now but we did have that little contest in the Discord channel, for the push-ups.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do that.
We had a push-up contest, and I could do like what 8 push-ups or something like that, some ridiculous number, and I was trying my best, and I couldn't. I had these tiny princess arms. I was super heavy, so I couldn't really push myself off the ground a lot.
Yeah.
But when stuff started opening up, I decided, hitting the gym and getting some exercise in. And by the time I got to HRH Vikings, I was, feeling a lot better about not just the health, but I was feeling better about myself because especially because of this, when we conduct our music promotion through the internet, no one really knows you. They just know your face. So when they see the whole of you, they are going to notice, And I was kind of worried about that. Not that people weren't going to like us or anything like that. It's not that.
No.
I wanted people to get the best impression that I can make. And I'm the lead singer of the band, so a lot of people are going to judge a band through me because I'm fronting the band, and I have to do that not just for myself but for my band as well. So yeah. So a whole month without eating solids, it's going to shed whatever weight I have left.
Of course.
And then it's just getting back to the gym and trying to get some gains, and try to because even if I had put like 1 ounce of muscle, I'm going to lose it, all of it. So I'm going to come out of this like rather skinny, I think.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that the doctors told me that it's going to be hard. They're like, dude, you won't really have any pain. You will have some discomfort, but the hardest part will be not being able to eat.
Yeah, that's
because you can. Yeah, I'm going to eat a lot of fruit that's been mashed, like the stuff that babies eat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm going to eat a lot of that. So it's gonna be
a lot of that.
fun. I don't even know if I can open my mouth for a spoon. So.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? See what happens when you're there.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say. Just see what happens when you've had the operation.
Exactly.
And on that note, thank you for joining me here on Jake's Metal Chat.
Thank you so much for having me. This was wonderful, getting this conversation. I haven't, talked like this with you since we were together in December at HRH Vikings.
Yes,
we did some messages in the chat, but this is different.
Liquid Lunch doesn't sound too bad to me. Okay, to Angus Smash. Unless he means rum.
It's still lunch.
It's still lunch. It's still lunch, but you just get pissed. That's all. You just get.
I don't know. Nathan Explosion from Death Clock. He says that booze isn't food.
Booze isn't food.
I don't know.
Well, I don't. Well, that's Nathan Explosion. That's his opinion. Oh yeah, it's pretty brutal. That dude. So if anyone wants to follow Tiago's bands, I linked them all in the description already when I was making this chat, so I didn't have to go,
Yeah.
So usually I ask, where can people find your stuff? It's all down there. So
all right. So hit me up. Send me a message.
Talk to Tiago as well.
Yeah, send me a message if you like. I'm super nice.
A meal is a pint.
Bye, everyone.
A meal and a pint.
I mean, any sort of object that you can place some edibles.
Something edible, just put it in.
Yeah, even if they are liquid edibles.
Again, Guinness. Anything in a pint.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bashir.
Yeah, dudes, if you want to send me a message or something like that, hit me up.
Hit him up.
Can have a little chat, something like that.
Have a chat
Check
about
out
anything.
Firemage, Eoten. My other bands, if you're into that kind of stuff, one is heavy metal, just Checkmate with an X. And Timestamped, which is a covers project that I do with 3 guys all over the world. I mean, I am the all over the world, actually, because the 3 of them are in the States.
Okay.
They are all in the same country, and I'm outside. One of them is Jamie Vandera. He's the guy I work for. He's the vocal coach for James Labrie of Dream Theater. You might have heard of that.
Dream Theater, yeah.
That guy. He's also worked with Miles Kennedy.
Nice.
And a lot of other bands. The dude from Mudvayne and all of that.
Nice.
We have this covers project. We have 2 songs out. It's Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith and The Rooster by Alice in Chains.
Rooster.
Also, if you are looking for guitar lessons or vocal lessons, hit me up. That is my day job.
He is a teacher, though. He is a teacher, guys, so hit him up. And before we finish the chat, is there anything else you would like to say to the people on here?
Thank you.
If anything.
Okay, thank you, and I'm sorry.
Thank you, and I'm sorry. There we go.
Sorry.
That's what I would say. Thank you, and sorry.
No, it's for people who stood here and listened to me first butcher the English language and the thank you, Charlie. Thank you. And for the people who were here and who had the patience to sit in and listen to me ramble about my life and the way I see music and the wonderful time that I had at HRH Vikings and the absence of anxiety that I have about my operation that is going to change my whole life.
So giving you love in their own way. So Charlie's saying, I hope the op goes well, obviously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Adam saying, hail Tiago.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope we can do this again.
We can do this. We can do this again.
Once you've spoken to every other singer in the world, you can have me over again.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting past guests anyway at some point. It's just their availability, obviously.
Of course.
Of course, well, it's lucky for us because we both share the same time zone, which is lucky.
Yeah. You should have at some point you should have a few of the people of the Wii folk metal crew.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna have
A little chat. Talk about some cool stuff between us.
yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, because try and get everyone on there and then try and do a big chat as well.
Yeah, I know. We can have a pint together.
Have a pint, get some beers, and
Yeah.
get drunk throughout the night. There we go. Solid. So
Exactly.
I've been Jake of Jake's Metal Chat, obviously. And he's been Tiago Costa of Eoten and Firemage. Check him out if you're into your folk and power metal. And I'll be back with another chat whenever I get more guests, and because tours and gigs are still happening, which is great. So a lot harder for me to get those sorts of people. And one more comment to end it on. Virtual pub.
Yes, virtual pub.
Yes, we'll do that. So thank you all for tuning in, all 5 of you, and the 4 likes I got on Facebook. Keep the banner of metal held high, and see you all later.
Bye.